This is part 2 in my continuing saga to repair the front seats in old Spencer, a W123 300D. And I was able, after looking for about a month, to find a cover, the correct cover with the right number of pleats and the pull-in right here, which some of them do not have, as you can see here. And by the way, if anybody needs that seat back, it's for sale. This one has 5 pleats, but it's different. This also has a curved back. So I was able to buy the cover. I wasn't able to find a complete seat. So I'm going to take and pull the old cover. Let's take a look at that bad seat again. You can see how bad that upper back is on the driver's side. And I knew this wasn't perfect when I bought it. You can see it's got some pink amino. So I'm going to have to get the vinyl spray, the matching vinyl spray, and recolor these two sections here. The pleats look fine. But as with most of these, on the back side, the stitching and the fabric for the pleats has started to deteriorate. Now, I know some of you will say, well, Kent, why don't you just buy new upholstery? Well, I don't want new upholstery. It kind of, when you buy new upholstery, it looks like new upholstery. I want the patina of the original upholstery. And I'm not going to take the time to take out all this stitching and replace all this old fabric to recreate the pleats. But I'm going to show you how I fix this. Now, I'm not going to drive this car another 100,000 miles. I'm not going to be sitting in it for another 5 years of my life. So I'm not interested in having a brand new seat. But I do want these pleats to stay intact. And the first thing I did is get some contact cement, and I started spraying in these areas to get the old fabric kind of reinforced and stuck to this padding. And now I'm going to bring in one of my favorite products of all time, zip tape, and I'm going to tape these up for reinforcement. This tape is used in the construction industry as a flashing and panel sealing tape for the zip systems, wall and roof undersheeting that I am absolutely enamored with. And this tape has proven over the years to be the best tape I've ever used, and I've done a lot of construction. So I use it around cars. I mean, you put this stuff on, set it outside for a couple years, it does not loosen up. It's way better than Gorilla Tape. It puts duct tape to shame. So what I want to do is take strips of this. I'm not going to try to get it in one run. I've got to get it sealed down in this crack and then roll it over on to this fabric. So I think it's going to be better to do it in smaller strips, maybe like 5 or 6 inches. Man, this stuff is sticky. All right, let's see if I can fold this up. I may have to end up doing this without gloves. Okay. Okay, right down in there. Okay, now I'll go in there and I'll get it secured down in here. Make sure I get a good adhesion in this groove here, and then I'm going to roll it over. Okay, now I'll do another piece here, and then I'll do another piece here. I'll probably end up doing all the center sections first, then I'll come back and fill this in from about here to here, and then I'll come back and show you the finished results. I had to make a couple changes. One, I had to get the seat away from that harsh lighting because it was giving some false indications of color here. And I also had to take my gloves off when working with this tape. And I'm almost there. I've got one more row to put on here. And once this stuff sticks down, it's really hard to get off. So I'll take it and just rub it lightly down the center. And then I'll cut it. And then I'm going to work at the center and then work it out to the edges. This is amazing tape. Absolutely amazing. So, in 100 years, this car's still around, the seat's totally disintegrated. This tape will still be here. So, I've saved the pleating. Now I'm going to go ahead next episode. We'll get this installed on that old seat back and do some recoloring. I've got to go ahead and order the Palomino spray to match the color here because I just have to get rid of this pink color. I forgot to mention where you can pick up this tape. It is available at Lowe's. It comes in 4-inch rolls. Other hardware stores carry it in 6-inch wide rolls. Now we found that 4-inch roll is just too wide for most automotive type applications. So Gerson puts this up in the lathe and cuts it to 2 inches. We take a 6-incher and we cut it 2 inches, 2 inches, then we have 2 1-inch wide rolls of this tape to use in various applications around the shop. I know at first glance that doesn't look very good, but if you check out the back, I've taken the back off, notice this has the curved back. The padding is in excellent condition and the springs are good. I will have to add a little bit of padding right down here, foam padding right in this area when I remove this, but changing these seat back covers is not a hard job.